Hey, if you're new to the channel, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We just got the breaking details on ZRO and Trae the Truth, man. Hey, we got the full video, y'all. You can go to my Instagram, Street Blog for LTV. Hey, if you go to my Instagram, I got the full video posted. Y'all can see everything from the beginning to the end. Y'all, this crazy, man, because it was a lot of lies being told in this. And we all know where there's lies, there's some truth at. Now, it was said that Trae the Truth, like, when they was doing what they was doing, man, when they was hitting, hey, y'all saw what happened, man. Y'all saw that he instantly came out. It was 4 dudes standing right there. And we know that his brother, he the main one who was right there in the middle of the crowd.
Happening is that they're basically letting everybody know that Trae the Truth and his brother and whoever he was with that night, they have not apologized for anything that they did. Like, they're not even sorry. And ZRO's looking at it like he tried to be the bigger man, but he told him he is cutting off Trae the Truth forever. No more songs with ZRO. You can't even perform with him or pay him for a feature or anything. ZRO has made it official that, and let everybody know. He's letting it be known that he has officially cut off Trae the Truth, as far as like he's not going to be working with him. He doesn't rock with him no more. They're not technically not friends at this very moment. Now, in the future, could things change? Possibly, but by how it looks like right now, man, it looked like it's not going to get any better. Like, the fact that Trae the Truth had to have his brother do this instead of him manning up and doing it himself. Like, y'all got to understand, man, everybody in Houston is looking at Trae the Truth sideways, and they saying, like, why are you even around here? Because he's trying to get all of this clout, all of this power and whatever in Houston, and the people are not giving it up to him. Like, you got to understand, most of Houston rocks way more with ZRO than Trae the Truth. And if you got an opinion on that, let me know in the comment section, because I want to know. Shout out to everybody in Houston. I want to know, do y'all rock with ZRO more than Trae the Truth? Because everybody's been telling me, coming into my DMs, people have been messaging me saying that, yes, Trae the Truth is not looked at as good as ZRO. Like, matter of fact, Trae the Truth, they've been trying to get rid of him. They've been trying to toss him out of Houston and let him know that he's not doing Houston any favors. Like, for him to be riding around with his brother looking for people to like jump out on. You got to understand that the people in Houston don't like that, man. They driving around watching Trae the Truth act weird. And the other thing is like, how come Trae the Truth couldn't handle all of that stuff himself? Like, he had to have his own brother do it. Like, first of all, he's putting his brother's freedom on the line by telling him to go and pull up on ZRO like that. And the other thing is, ZRO is like, man, I wanted ones. ZRO said he wanted to throw ones one-on-one with Trae the Truth, but they said nah. That's why he walked. Trae the Truth said, look, we could throw ones, walk over here, and they passed the Sprinter van. And once they passed the Sprinter van, that's when, this is all from what ZRO said in his interview. ZRO told me that he got sucker punched while Trae the Truth was trying to distract him. And the reason why Trae the Truth was trying to distract him was because he already had set up his brother to be hiding on the other side of that Sprinter van. And as soon as they walked by it, past that last window and got to that last tire, that's when dude jumped and timed it perfectly to where he caught ZRO right in the temple as he was step with his right leg. He caught him on the right side of his head. That's why ZRO went down immediately and covered his head, is because Trae the Truth brother was swinging at his head when he first popped out, when ZRO was distracted by Trae the Truth. And now, what y'all got to understand is they've been trying to set up ZRO for a minute now. This ain't the first time ZRO had to go through this type of stuff. He actually got out the jam on a different situation where they tried to follow him, and he said no and got out of that, to where they didn't even know where he was at or nothing like that. They couldn't predict anything anymore. And so when they seen ZRO this time, and the fact that he was in the restaurant, it's like, who told Trae the Truth and his brother that ZRO was at the restaurant? Because apparently the rumor has it that ZRO was eating at that restaurant with this girl, and this girl lives in Houston. Like, she straight up has been living in Houston before. She knows who Trae the Truth is. She knows everything. She's been listening to Pimp C and all that, right? And so it's like, she's not no brand new person, right? So the fact that she knew where ZRO was, she was the only person that knew where ZRO was. because ZRO drove in something low key. Like the fact that they had Sprinter vans in the parking lot and Tahoes, like they were being more low key. They didn't pop out with the Ferraris and Lambos this time. And because they were just going to get dinner real quick. In Houston, it's not like a city where you would pop out in a Lambo and just be driving all around. Like you just would be asking for somebody to come and grab you up and literally try to take the whip from you. And so that's why ZRO was more in something regular, more like he looked like he was on tour or something, right? But the way that he was moving, they still caught on to him because he was with people inside the restaurant. Like, who's to say that they didn't accidentally post on their story and somebody that is related to Trae the Truth, or maybe even one of his Trae the Truth's girls seen ZRO's girls post and might have even been like, hey, look, ZRO's right here, go get him, go get him. And that's how people be finding out about locations and dropping the low. Anybody that knows anything about that is that you're supposed to move in a certain way where nobody knows exactly what your next move is. That way they can't beat you to your spot and set you up. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why they had to have somebody from the inside drop ZRO's location. They try to get somebody to keep hanging out with ZRO. They try to get all these girls to go and hang out with ZRO, hit him up in hopes that they go to the club or they go to a restaurant or something, and then they're going to catch him on and post him on IG so that Trae the Truth and his hitters can see it. And so this time that's exactly what happened. They posted it and Trae the Truth and his brother were flipping through their phones, and that's when they got somebody had replied to the story and literally screen recorded and showed them what restaurant Trae the Truth was eating in. And what gave it away the most was because they posted the picture of the restaurant's menu, and you can see the name of the restaurant. Literally Google it and it'll take you right to there. And that's exactly what happened. Somebody slipped up inside that was with ZRO and gave out the location. And when you look at it, a lot of people think Houston is big, but when you know where you're going in Houston, when you know where you're going in the South, it could be small to some people. If you've been there for a long time, it'll seem small because you've been into every crack corner, every alley, you've been down all the cuts. And so once you see somebody in the backgrounds and they were able to recognize what that menu was in the tables alone, just from the carpet, they knew exactly what restaurant to pull up to. And so they pulled up there while it was still the reservation time. Because anybody knows when you a celebrity, when you a rapper, anything like that, you can't just walk in and take it to go. You can't just walk in and try to find a seat right then and there. No, you have to have the reservations put in the manager's name. And then you show up, the manager goes in and makes sure the table's ready and everything like that. Then they come back out to the car and tell you, hey, they got it all good to go. I just went in and verified that they got our reservation good to go. And so that's basically what happened, y'all. They had the reservation, but then somebody that was with ZRO dropped the low. And that's how people end up getting caught up these days. That's how people who have ops or whatever, they got people who are out to get them. If they're like too reckless with how they're posting their whereabouts, then it could end up, backfiring on them and stuff and coming back full circle. Y'all got to understand this whole thing is a revolving door between ZRO and Trae the Truth. That's why it keeps going on. And that's why